Yeah, look, we ordered a product from a company called Assistive Technology Services. Their product is called Sky Angel Friends. We bought this from my mother-in-law, who's 88 years old and who just really wants something she can rely upon to for the security of it. If she falls and can't doesn't know any way to contact somebody, she has this device. And we gave it a fair shot, and I'm going to go into some details. But when a product doesn't work as it's advertised, we just want our money back. That's all we ask for. The product description sounds great. It promises automatic fall detection. It says it'll work anywhere where there's a cell network, and it will send a text to multiple lines. And if it's not able to connect there, it will actually place a phone call. We called, my wife actually called to verify the features before ordering it. So we didn't just go with the online description. My wife called, asked a whole bunch of detailed questions, and she verified that we could return the product if it didn't work. We made a purchase. It was $99, plus they actually charged us for the first month, which was at $14.99, and then they were going to charge us monthly after that. So our experience was the product arrived promptly. My mother-in-law actually lives 4.5 hours drive away, so I drove there to help her install it. I took about 2 hours testing the product. Specifically, I tested the fall detection. It was supposed to work with a 3-foot fall. I had to hold it up to my shoulder, which is closer to 5 feet, and even then it only worked 1 out of 3 times. It was clear that it was working when it did because it buzzed. The other times, nothing happened. When an alert message was sent, you can activate it by pressing a button. It did send text messages, but only to one of the two phone numbers that we programmed. And it wasn't consistent that it always did one or the other. The phone call feature really just didn't work at all. It did make a connection, but it was just static and noise when the phone call was there. So my mother-in-law basically had no confidence that this product, it's not so much likely that she's going to fall and hurt herself. This is mainly a product for her comfort, and because she doesn't want to fall and not be able to reach anybody. This is peace of mind. And the product was not doing what it said it would do, and it clearly wasn't going to give her any kind of peace of mind. So I drove the product home with me the next day. We called the company the next day to explain the situation, to just arrange a return. They basically, this was my wife who made this phone call. Essentially, she left that phone call crying because the company basically said she had to be wrong. The product worked. It was our problem. We didn't test it the right way, and that obviously made me very frustrated. So I actually called the company, left a message for them to call me back, which they did. They called me back. It was after the long weekend, and essentially what I heard was, okay, we told your wife that we wouldn't give her a return, but I've talked to manager. I'll give you a return, but we're going to charge you a $55 restocking fee. And I explained to them, no, restocking fees happen when I buy something that I've decided I don't want, and you have to put it back in the packaging. So this isn't something I don't want. This is something that doesn't work. If it worked, I would understand. You'd say, hey, you decided you didn't want it. That's your problem. It wasn't that I decided I didn't want it. It didn't function. So I really question their business practice. I mean, I think what this really comes down to is that they're preying on elderly people who are in their 80s, who would never basically stand up for what they believe in, like I will. And I think, I think it's just bad business practice. They're happy to charge these people the money, and if the people aren't satisfied, they don't know how to complain online. They don't know how to contact folks like you guys. And I know that if a product doesn't function, I've worked at companies where when a product that we sold didn't work, we had to basically give all the money back. That's just the way it works.